hear me? Well, let's wait for another few seconds to start the broadcast on our YouTube channel. Well, I see there are a lot of partners coming in. Next slide, please. Well, as always, on Thursdays, we talk about blockchain of Cryptounit blockchain, and the launch that took place 2 days ago. Actually, 1 day ago. And you know that my name is Maria Antonenko. And yes, that's right, that yesterday, on the 10th of March, there was the movement from the back office to Cryptounit blockchain for VIP club members. And it was great that we did it in parts, and did not activate this green button for everyone, as not everyone paid for the VIP club membership, a small group of people, and actually they were our pioneers to suffer most. And they faced some challenges, and gradually these challenges were addressed and melted down. We tried to fix each situation, but anyway, this is our breakthrough. And this webinar, I'd like to start with my words of gratitude to our developers, those guys who were assessed and selected as our Stanomum IT team from Belarus, but I would call their company not Oliver, but Stanom, but Cryptounit. There is a movie about the Superman from faraway universes. So I remember some episodes. There was some metal Cryptounit. Actually, it was his weakness. I thought that it was his strength. Well, our Cryptounit is quite magical, out of this space, out of this universe. And there is a similar book. Look, this project is done in a way that no one before us. Throughout 10 years, there were a lot of new ICOs, and these projects were very small in scope. So there were 10,000 users or 20,000 users when they did ICO, whereas our blockchain explorer shows 774,000 users, and it took us a long period to migrate the data of all these users onto the blockchain. And we actually decided in a right way to break down the flows of our partners. First of all, our VIP club members will see this green button active, and then gradually this opportunity will be given to all our partners. In 3 or 4 days, I believe Andrey will announce this at the closed webinar. So if your status is a consultant and above, and you invested $1,000 and above, then you are invited to participate in this Saturday's webinar with great news. I won't share all the secrets. And the registration at the exchange. It's open, and the main purpose is to verify. There is no trading now. Firstly, we tested, a team of testers tried to make orders for CIUs, UNTB. In their balances, they had about 1,000 CIUs, and they simply pretended to trade. And until the 20th of March, we give the chance to everyone to verify, and therefore it's not active. And a bit later, I will update you on this verification process at the exchange. And at this point, I'd like to thank the team of the back office, those who developed the back office, as a lot was dependent on them. This synchronization, integration, no matter whether it was daytime or nighttime. So there were a lot of errors detected or no memory available on blockchain. And we did it with a lot of difficulties, but these guys managed to actually fight all this, to combat all that, and to reach the result expected. And indeed, my next gratitude to the support unit headed by Dina Klimanova and all the personnel of this unit. So actually they are in the forefront to be bombarded with all these questions, and they actually do incredible things to actually be able to answer your questions. And yesterday they went to bed at 3 a.m. at night, and then they woke up very early the next morning, and there were millions of questions pending. So a lot of people at the backstage worked really hard, and this is our joint achievement. And I do thank you, our partners, for your patience, and in particularly those who actually supported us in the chats and shared some positive words. There were some negative guys, but I believe so we managed to reach it all together. Next slide, please. Well, and we have seen this slide within the previous webinars. Everyone knows our Cryptounit blockchain tokens, but I'd like to dwell on it a bit longer and to explain that we have Cryptounit, UNTB, many tried to mine it. We issued a stablecoin, USDU, and our world CRU. And please pay attention that in UGPay back office, there are the sales of world CRU security tokens. And in the near run, there will be a lot of articles and publications. We cooperate with marketing agencies having experience in cryptocurrencies, and world CRU token will be valued higher in the world, as it is a security token registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US. And as there is this button to convert CRU into world CRU, don't miss this chance. Don't wait for 6 months. It will come a bit later, I believe in the last decade of March. And this token registered with SEC, and for it, the UGPay group in Switzerland is preparing to fill out audit reports and to make the financial statements. So we work really a lot to promote World CRU security token on behalf of the UGPay group in Switzerland, and we will promote it separately, advertise it to actually mobilize interest to it of not our partners only, those who are inside Evorich community, but so that the whole world knows about us. And UNTB token, look, the time or the point of migration when we migrated all these accounts, actually it turned out that to make one account, it required 430 UNTB tokens. So they were almost worth of 450 UNTB. And now when partners ask us why we stake for CRU for UNTB and we are accrued a small amount, whereas in your demonstration video you said that 80,000 UNTBs. Why do we have this small amount? Look, when I made that demonstration video, I was on the test blockchain and the test back office. And it's natural that on the test blockchain, I was the only person who staked CRU on the test blockchain for UNTB. And the whole issuance of UNTB at that moment while I was recording that video was mine. Whereas now, a day, we give birth, as I tend to say, over 6.5 million UNTB tokens. It means in case we have about 800,000 accounts and each will stake CRU for UNTB, this 6.5 million will be distributed by 800,000, 1 million on average, and on average each will earn 5-6 UNTB tokens a day. And look, in case tomorrow new prospects or new people come willing to open their wallets on our blockchain and they need 500 UNTB coins to open one wallet, yes, proportionally, this is the rough estimation. And in a month, you may earn 40 UNTBs. There is another person with another 400 UNTBs, but a person needs 500. So he will go to the exchange, buy these UNTBs and opens his wallet if he is a stranger, outsider. So the crypto wallets are provided only to those partners who are in Cryptounit program together with us for the last 2 years. This is for your benefit. Whereas afterwards, and I believe it is closer to the end of March or early April, quite likely, crypto wallets could be opened by partners from outside. And then they will need these technical tokens, UNTBs. USDU, I believe, made up an amazing article which is to be released either this week or next week in some media. I don't know exactly where this article will be published, but we discussed today's situation with stablecoin USDT and USDC. USDT, if you don't know, so please listen to me attentively and remember, USDT is stablecoin issued many years ago. If you know, write down the exact year, if I'm not mistaken, 2016, on the Ethereum-based blockchain issued by Bitfinex exchange. And in 2017, December 2017, there was a scandal that this USDT stablecoin, and there is a different word used, teaser, for USDT. They issued in December 2017 a few billions of USDT, and the SEC actually accused them of having no security for this USDT. The exchange was requested to provide the data about the fiat US dollars where it is kept, against which USDT was released, and they failed to provide this data. They said that the money is kept in a bank, but the bank is not in the US but in a different country, and this country has no cooperation with the government of the US. And thank you. So it was in 2015, and in 2017 there were these investigations, and they're still underway. And sometime after, there was another token, USDC, issued by a US company and supported by Coinbase Exchange. They immediately registered with SEC and submitted all the transparent evidence that USDC is a token under the control of the US government, and all the amounts are secured. And many partners, those expecting for the trial on USDT, they transferred their assets into USDC, and less people used Tether, and they all converted into USDC. And this popularity of stable coins overloads the networks. They are all on Ethereum. They are all Ethereum based. And today, the commission of the Ethereum network of USDT Tether. So the commission is 20 US dollar. If you want 1 USDT to be sent to someone, the commission to be paid in Ethereum will be worth 20, 23, or even 25 US dollars. If you want to send USDC, the commission will be 14 US dollars. There is a little bit different smart contract, therefore the commission is lower, but it's too high. Even if you send 100 US dollars, the commission of 14 US dollars is skyrocket. And because of these high commissions, many partners started to move to USDT stablecoin on Tron blockchain. There is Tron-based stablecoin, and I opened the wallet there, and what I faced to send USDT from Tron wallet, you need Trons, like we need UNTBs, at least 5 Trons. 5 Trons are roughly equal to 5 US dollars. So you top up once and then use your wallet. But to buy from your wallet the Trons, the minimum purchase is 50 US dollars. I need to send 100, whereas to open a wallet, I need at least to spend 50 US dollars. And in this context, globally, around this stable coin that everyone has liked since 2015, our token gets very great. No commission. You buy single time UNTB. You may mine them. You don't need to buy them. Only CRU token to be staked, and you will mine your USDU. And you can use this stablecoin free of charge and exchange peer-to-peer, and our USDU coin will be promoted and advertised heavily and aggressively, as this is cool and this is of benefit. So in the left, this is the crypto wallet screenshot, and in the right, the exchange. What can we do in the crypto wallets. So we didn't activate all the functions. We may stake unblocked CIUs for UNTB, so staking and unstaking. CIU for CIU, this function is not active right now. Some partners even managed to stake CIU for CIU yesterday on the first day, but there was limited number of CIUs and it was for testers, but some partners were lucky to do it, and this staking CIU for CIU, if you go and see how much we have in staking pool from 3 billion, it reduced by 300,000, 2 billion. So a small amount, 300,000 CIUs have already been staked CIU for CIU, and then this function active until the instructions are received. We will see at the end of my webinar these dates when staking of CIU for CIU will be active. So for the time being, what is available is to stake CIU for UNTB. Conversion of world CIU to world CIU is not active, so don't look or search for this button in the text instruction. You will read that this function will be active a bit later, and this is because the conversion of CIU into world CIU will be for USDU, our stable coin, and you may buy it either at the exchange or Quantum, and there are some other slides. So those who are in the crypto wallet, you may stake CIU and earn UNTB. And what else can you do if you have unfrozen CIUs? You may exchange them peer-to-peer. So this peer-to-peer exchange is active for those partners with crypto wallets.
What about the loyalty program bonus? It will be accrued in USDU stablecoin, but not right away, not tomorrow. Of course, we're all accustomed that the loyalty program bonus is accrued from the 8th to the 10th every month, but since it coincided with the migration to the blockchain, and this opportunity to migrate only was available only to the VIP club members and then everyone else. So for us to be able to accrue USDUs to the blockchain wallets, we need most of the partners to go to their crypto wallets. So loyalty program bonuses will be accrued a little bit later. Just we need everyone to be on the blockchain for that. So I did say about the exchange. For now, it's a registration verification and the possibility to deposit, to make a deposit on it, to top up Bitcoin, Ethereum with Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, fiat dollars, and euros. And of course, those partners who already did top up, they won't see the orders that someone put up orders for USDU, CRU, UNTB until all the trading is resumed. For now, it is stopped. At our exchange, we have around 30,000 people registered, and only 4,000 were able to verify, maybe 5,000 partners. I will update the numbers by the summary webinar, and we'll give it to Andrey. Well, as for the exchange verification, so there is a bot at the side of the global pass, the program. And if you have the passport, ideal picture of it, not like, trying to make a screenshot with the camera, but you scanned it or took a picture of it. Look directly into the lens of the camera, because sometimes when we see people how they work with the camera, it's insane. Like the camera works for 30 seconds, and people are doing everything they could, like scratch their nose, eyes, ears in those 30 seconds. And how a computer understand that all those your hand movements are not part of your face, So the global pass takes this 30-second video or 40-second video and breaks it down into 40 frames, and then it compares the picture in the passport with your picture, whether it is the same person from the passport and the one in front of the camera. And if you have ends in front of your face all the time, then the bot can't do it. So if you took a good video, took a good picture of your passport, a good scanned version, the verification is instantaneous, literally. And if all of a sudden, well, if this program, it does it. If all of a sudden something goes wrong, I mean, or for example, so the image is not scanned correctly, or you moved your head too much, or your last name is the same of that of a lawyer, political figure, judge, public servant, people who cannot actually do commerce. And there are a lot of namesakes, right? They're called. Especially in Vietnam, there are a lot of matches. In India, a lot of names are quite similar. First name and last names. Like half of the country is like has the surname of Kam, and the second one is Do. So a lot of matches here. It's like Smith in English, in the English speaking countries, or Johnson. So, and the country they bought cannot see whether it is the same person or not. And if it matches, they reject. But it's a temporary rejection. And that's where human verifiers kick in. So our employees, AML officers and KYC officers, are now processing all those 30,000 clients manually. Those who were verified automatically, so there was no match in the database of your name with the prominent politician's name or public servant's name. And those who bear the same last name, you were blocked by the system, and it requires manual verification. And people are writing to me, how come we were verified in the global unit payment system and we cannot get verified on the exchange? Although it like the procedure is the same, it's global pass in both systems. But please remember how long people waited for the verification on the payment system. Since January, some people waited for a month, others for 2 months, because you were also verified manually by people. They opened up your profile and tried to understand why the program rejected that person. The picture might have been bad, video is not good, or that person is a political actor, activist. So if there is no criminal record in your history, and it's just some problem with the data that you provided, then the AML officer, KYC officer, will click on the retry button, and you will receive a letter requesting you to upload your documents again. But that requires time. Guys are working like on a full working week, Monday to Friday, like 9 to 5. They're not bots that working 24/7. So they process as many applications as humanly possible, and then they submit it for re-verification. And then if your case is really bad, like maybe that person is a criminal in the past, then of course that person will not have an option to try again. So now this manual processing is being done, and I think by the 20th of March, that entire bulk of applications will be processed. Let's move on to the next slide. So what's up with that magic green button? Of course, it was wonderful to learn that the button in all the back offices was in Russian. People were in such a hurry that they forgot to translate the button, the writing on the button, although all other fields were translated. And our foreign partners were asking, what if the button is in Russian? Will my seed phrase words will be in Russian as well? No, no, of course not. You can click on it. That's what matters. The big green button with the key sign on it. And then you will have words in English. So lots of partners. It is fake CRUs. Look, all of them are unlocked. It's impossible. So you see the wallet address, GSHULUUUERSTE. Before you generate your key, first check the wallet address and see whether the CRU points coincide with the points in your back office, both locked and unlocked. Well, the overall quantity usually matches, whereas the number of unlocked CRUs may differ. And please don't go to the support service complaining that your unlocked CRU points do not match until you generate your key and go to the wallet. Take a look. At least the total amount should match of the CRU points, and make sure that you are on the blockchain. Then you generate the key, and at the crypto wallet side, you do the unlocking. You launch the smart contract for unlocking. Why it is important to first click on the address and check whether your account is on blockchain or not before generating the key, the seed phrase. Right now, we have around 10 partners who wrote that they clicked on the wallet address, went to the blockchain, and they received a message that this account wasn't found, user not found. And they started writing to the support. Of course, immediately we processed that ticket, addressed that issue. So how come that people have the wallet address in the back office and there is no such account on the blockchain? So what happened? We figure it out. When the migration was taken place, there was a point when in the blockchain we have the account called registrator or register. It's where the UNTBs are deposited for the registration of new wallets. Maybe it happened at night when everyone was sleeping and the migration took several days around the clock. Maybe UNTBs were exhausted on the registrators or registrars account. And in the morning, when we found out this problem, we moved 5 million UNTBs from the tester's account to those 20 accounts where you see a lot of UNTBs. Guys, don't think that someone owns all those UNTBs. Those are the reserve UNTBs to register new wallets. So we took 5 million from those accounts, put it on the registrator's account, and we had 100 million new UNTBs to register people. And during the night period when registration was going on, the account was created on the blockchain, but it didn't have UNTBs. It's like the wallet couldn't wake up because of the absence of UNTBs. And right now, those missing or not missing accounts with missing UNTBs have been identified, and UNTBs have been moved in there, and the balances are being updated. And I think in 2-3 hours, those people who faced a similar situation, try going to the blockchain again, and your account will be there for sure. So this was a small technical issue. Let's move on. Okay, now we are at the screen, generate seed phrase, and you can see 12 words. So what other case we found out uh, when at this stage in this particular screen? There were moments when partners out of 12 words had two same words. Like if we take a look at those words in there, let's assume that the word number one, wave, would be repeated in place 10. Instead of cage, you would see wave again. And when the partner copy pasted or manually typed in that seed phrase consisting of 12 words, the back office told it's no go. It's a mismatch. They went back. There was a button back. So, and they checked those buttons again. It's them, those 12 words, but the system wouldn't accept. So it was like a minor defect of the back office because the seed phrase can consist of 12 identical words, literally. There is nothing really out of ordinary here. So if you ever have a chance to generate your own seed phrase, you can use 12 words and a hash will be created. But the back office thought it wasn't a no-go, that all the words should be different. Maybe well done to our back office. I think that's the way it should be. And when those words are taken from a depository of words, like a vocabulary of words, it's like, yeah, it's like a storage place for words. Imagine that there is like a thesaurus or Britannica, whatever, like a big vocabulary, a pool of words. And the back office goes into there and takes randomly 12 words. And it might happen that some of the words might be identical. So what you need to do in this case, you shouldn't try to cheat the system. If you see that the words are repetitive, don't try to log in. You will fail. You exit the back office. You enter it again. You update the page. You clear the cache of your browser, and then you click on the button generate the key, and then you will see new words. Or sometimes partners tried changing the language of the back office. For example, if you're in the Russian back office, try changing it into English, the whole interface, and then you will see a different set of seed words. Or if you're in English, try changing it into French. So those kind of manipulations with the back office will allow you to receive brand new 12 words. So unless you enter those 12 words and you see that the seed words were successfully combined, all those manipulations are safe. You can enter, re-enter, exit your back office until you put them all together, click check, and hence create your own secret key. What other cases were there? A woman was writing that I didn't take the screenshot of the screen. I wrote out those words on a piece of paper, and I suggest that you use both hard copies or use electronic documents. It can be notes, Microsoft Word, WordPad, and you can take a picture of the screen with your phone as well, just in case. And that lady said, my computer doesn't have the button print screen. And you can just take your phone and take a picture. and you can have a picture saved on your seed phrase on your phone. In Windows, it's Shift, Windows button, and S, and you can take a screenshot. But there were not many such cases. I personally never met it. I met the problem that I met was repetitive words, and some of the accounts weren't on the blockchain yet. So let's move on to the next slide and see what happens here. So over here, when you go to the wallet, you have to enter the wallet address, 12 symbols, and this phrase, the seed phrase, using the space between the words. And what happens when they copy from a text file, or either the space is redundant, or maybe they make a mistake in the wallet address, the one on top. They might put a space before the word or after it, and you can't see it, right? Because it's empty. Or they might put a redundant space in the seed phrase itself, either in the beginning or the end. But now, when you copy the phrase in Word, you might accidentally copy an extra space that you don't really need. And then the blockchain will tell you the seed phrase is not valid, like there is a mistake. So guys, make sure that the words are separated by a space in the seed phrase. So another mistake people do is when people word in Word or write spaces in Word, sometimes Word will try to do autocorrect. They will think that you made a mistake in the word, and the word will give you a hint to correct your word. For example, in my case, there was a name of the month, February, and Word wanted me to write this word with a capital F, whereas in seed phrase we use small letters, because in English, like, you write months with a capital letters. So let me correct it, and it did. And of course, if you write February with a capital F, it won't go in. I mean, it won't be accepted by the blockchain. So some people say use Notepad application, but some computers don't even have that. Some people are more familiar with Words, a Word, Microsoft Word, or other editor. So just pay attention to capital letters and spaces. Everything should go well as is. Let's move on. As for the PIN code, a lot of questions were here. Where should we take the PIN code from? Well, the PIN code is something that we devise ourselves. You should invent those PIN codes yourselves. I usually suggest not to make it 6 ones or 6 zeros. No, any 6 random numbers that you are able to memorize. So when we close when you exit the wallet, after you use it, right, you put your tokens on staking, you unlocked your CRUs, and if you log out of your wallet, you close the tab, it means that you logged out. That's it. And when you have to again enter your wallet, you again have to enter the seed phrase and can use the same PIN code, or we can change it. It doesn't matter. You can use it if you have several wallets, like you have your son's wallet, your own wallet, and I use the same PIN code everywhere so that I don't have to memorize many PIN codes. No problem. Use the same PIN code if you want to. It's your right. If you want to change it, you change it. People are writing that something is wrong with the PIN code. I don't know, guys. If you made a mistake with PIN code, then log out of your wallet, re-log in, enter your wallet address, seed phrase, and set yourself a new PIN code. I mean, it's not a problem. I don't know why you're saying that. So what we need to do here is that the browser establish the connection between different the pin code and the seed phrase. I don't know, but it's for security reasons. We need to make sure that even if the person is not ready, especially among our midst, to work with crypto wallets, and now they have to store their own seed phrase. They wanted all those seed phrases to be stored in the back office. And if we make them remember their PIN code, the same PIN code forever, and if they forget about the PIN code, forget their PIN code, forget their seed phrase, that's it. They lose access to their wallets forever. So the possibility to change the PIN code when entering exiting for the first time will allow our partners to get accustomed and at least not think and find it hard to remember their PIN codes if they forget it. So you reset your PIN code every time you enter your blockchain. Of course, if you have your PIN code and then someone will try to access your wallet from a different computer and they don't know your PIN code, they will not get access to your computer. But if you protect your seed code, seed phrase, nobody will ever enter your wallet. For now, it's a temporary measure, and all of our people who are not computer savvy, unless they start using the crypto wallets and become educated, this is like a minor facilitation for them. Maybe in 2-3 months we will fix the PIN code and it won't be changeable. We can put it up for voting, and if people vote on making PIN code unchangeable, then it will be unchangeable. But in my opinion, it is good that you can change PIN code because sometimes you can forget it. I know. I remember in a bank I forgot the password to my account in the application, mobile application. I didn't write it down anywhere. I thought I could rely on my memory, and I couldn't reset it. So I had to personally go to the bank and prove them that it is my account and I would like to reset my password. And it was a horrible mobile application, and it took me 3 days to reset the password and recover access to this application. For now, we are, making life easier for our partners with a resettable PIN code. Let's move on.
Well, address of your wallet where you copy paste it, you indicate it if you want to receive or send your tokens. So here you will see it at the top of your crypto wallet. Next slide, please. And here, when you press the button send, you can select tokens. At present, 4 of them are seen, but you can send only unfrozen CRU or UNTB you earned under the staking plan. If you send to someone, you indicate his address of his wallet, and the memo, when you do it peer-to-peer, it's not obligatory, but when you send to the exchange, memo is a must. Memo for the exchange will look like a loan hash starting from 0x and 32 symbols, a loan line. This is the memo, whereas the address of the wallet always includes not more than 12 symbols or signs or digitals. It could be less, but not more than 12 digits. So the number in different accounts is less, but not more than 12 digits. So please take care of this. If someone sends the address of the wallet and it includes 13 or 14 digits, it's not the address of the wallet, but something else, then ask him to send you a screenshot so that At the top, you see the address of the wallet to send tokens to. Well, staking. I already said that there is staking CIU for CIU, sorry, CIU for UNTB, where CIU for CIU, it will be a bit later. No, yeah. So UNTB for net and CPU. You, after staking, get your UNTB and you try to stake them for CPU. But for today, I would say it has no sense. If you simply want to press the buttons, then okay, you may do it. And blockchain is not overloaded, your wallet is almost empty with no transactions, and therefore this staking UNTB for net and CPU, you don't need it. But when at the top this scale is full, that CPU and net is complete, you are run out of it. So these are the circles at the top. Then you may stake UNTB for net and CPU. Now it has no sense. Don't use this tab. Use these two plans, staking of CIU for UNTB and CIU for CIU. Next slide. Someone is saying, I adore pressing buttons. So conversion of CIU into world CIU will emerge a bit later, end of March, maybe on the 20th of March. And many people ask, what will happen to conversion of CIU into world CIU? In case I stake my CIU for CIU under the Avanti tariff, how will I exchange or convert my CIU into world CIU 3 years after? The process is the same. The only difference is that the commission in the right, which is now is very small, this fee for the conversion. Now it's small, but it will be estimated based on the market rate. So it's not the fee for the transaction. This is the revenues of UGPay group. So as it literally converts into world CIU 1-to-1 and charges a small amount, as world CIUs are frozen. And whereas 1 year after, they are unfrozen and there will be the market, the trading at the exchange. The difference in exchange rate, we don't know. They may be quite similar. CIU costs 10 US dollars and world CIU costs the same amount. Or quite opposite, world CIU in its value may go up because there are very few security tokens on the market. So there are only few of them, dozens of them, not more than that. And it may happen that world CIU will be much more expensive. And when you try to convert CIU into world CIU, it would be quite similar that you come to buy world CIU with Bitcoin, and depending on the rate of Bitcoin, this conversion will be used, and the wallet will show that you need to pay a commission in USDU to actually level the cross rate on the exchange for two tokens. Or it could be opposite. CIU will be more expensive than world CIU. Then the commission will be tiny, like here. But in case world CIU is more expensive than CIU, then there is the difference in price, and this is a conversion. Look, guys, there is the saying that you may not kill two birds with one stone. So you want within 3 years to get 8% in a month in CRU tokens, and eventually after three years after this revenue period, you want not to pay a conversion rate, a conversion fee. It may not happen. So this is a very sweet staking plan, and you will estimate your earning, and then you want to exchange your CRUs into world CRU for free. So you are too demanding. I want this, that, and this. But the company should make money on the sales of tokens, but not giving them out as gifts. Next slide, please. For USDU, in March, we will work so that via Quantum, you may buy USDU in the crypto wallet, buy and sell. Yes, there will be a commission, a fee of Visa Mastercards when you buy USDU using your card via Quantum. The commission will be 7%, 3.5% charge of Mastercard, another commission of processing center, but if you need only $1, then you will pay $1.07. Look, for smaller amounts to buy USDU, it would be quite easy to buy USDU by using your cards. And sometime after, as soon as the payment company Global Unit Pay has a license for the exchange from card to card, I don't remember how it is called exactly. At our previous webinar, Valentin Sokolnikov told you that we submitted an application for this license, and then from the wallet you can withdraw USDU into the cards, but not immediately, instantly, quite likely 6 months after. But USDU you can buy in the crypto wallet in March or early April, hopefully. And we do understand that most transactions are effected in the crypto wallet, whereas the exchange is the place for traders or buyers ready to buy CRU tokens, those partners who have no unfrozen tokens, who joined the project very recently, and the period of unfreezing is not due, to get liquid tokens to actually benefit these sweet staking plans. Unfrozen CRU could be purchased at the exchange or from a partner. So therefore, if you want to buy unfrozen CRU, you'd better register at the exchange, verify, and make deposits. And the partners who want to sell their CRUs at almost zero price at the start, so you may do it. There is a queue of traders waiting for CRUs to be bought at 20 cents. I receive a lot of messages that, Maria, please give us some clues. Maybe there are some people willing to sell at 20 cents. We are ready to buy. So look, guys, there is the demand, but all my unfrozen CRUs were staked for UNTB, and as soon as there is staking of CRU for CRU, I will stake, as it's a silly thing to sell tokens at 20 or 50 cents right now when the potential is very huge. Andrey Havratov will explain to you his plan, how he is going to make sure that it is done in this way, that the price will rally up and it will be at the closed webinar. So if you are eligible, attend that webinar this Saturday. Well, I believe you've all read the news that the start of the trading is on the 20th of March, and USDU to be exchanged into Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, and a bit later there will be a possibility to withdraw USDU to the payment system. If you have an account in the global unit pay, then from the exchange you actually set the request for withdrawal and you get the fiat US dollars through the payment system. And I want to chill you down a little bit that don't wait for the 20th of March, that the exchange will be ideal on this day like Binance. Look, it took them 6 months to open, close down, 3 days technical sessions, and I witnessed the start of the Binance myself, and there were some malfunctions and troubleshooting. I am very hopeful that we will be technically ready for trading, but the withdrawal of amounts from exchange will be slow. Don't expect to sell your UNTB or CIUs, I don't know, 10,000 or 100,000 US dollars worth, 1 million US dollars worth. You press the button and immediately you see it in Bitcoins. Every and each withdrawal, IML officers team will check them manually. From the very beginning, the exchange is very vulnerable and sensitive, and there is a risk that we may neglect it something, and there will be attempts to hack us. The deposits, you are welcome. You can make deposits either in CIU, Bitcoin, or anything else, but the withdrawal of funding will be slow. So please understand this, that it will take you a few days, not like in Binance in half an hour or a few hours. We will come to this several months after, but the first month it will be under the magnifying lens, so glasses. AML officers will check each transaction. There was the deposit, so you trade it, and it is the balance is equal, and then they confirm the withdrawal. But in case a person does nothing and from nowhere there is the amount for withdrawal, this account will be investigated thoroughly, and we are preparing the templates of the letters, but please be patient and please take this into account that in the first month the withdrawal will be very slow under the monitoring of AML officers. If it goes smoothly in month one, then we will increase the limits for the automatic processing, but the manual investigation and checks, and checks of the balances, this manual processing will be quite long lasting. Next slide, please.
As for the limits, as I already mentioned, the limits will be like this: small like this, low like this, only for the first months. For non-verified users, not more than $500 throughout the entire history of trading. 1 year, 2 year, you sell something in excess of $500, unless you verify, you won't be able to withdraw or do anything else in excess of 500. And many partners right now, I don't know what they are governed by, They're registering children, minors at the exchange. I don't know why. Guys, only people over 18 can trade on the exchange. Why are you creating extra work for our employees? So they will see the child's passport and they will reject it. We have already 30,000 people waiting for the verification, and now you try and register children. Just get hold of yourself and buy yourself a pair of brain, a smart one. Don't register children on the exchange. It's nonsensical. If you have a lot of family accounts and you see that all the operations with the tokens are affected on the crypto wallet. So if you're a father or a mother and you have your child's account crypto wallet, you take their tokens, you move those tokens to your parents' crypto wallet, and from your parents' crypto wallet, you move it to your exchange account. Don't don't behave like a child. I mean, this is the serious stuff. This is not like first grade at school. As for limits, take a screenshot of your limits over here. Because some people are writing to me like, I topped up 14,000. I moved 14,000 CRUs to the exchange, and it wasn't accrued automatically. CRU cost 20 cents. I didn't exceed the limit. Why the deposit in CRU wasn't automatically approved without manual processing? The exchange calculates the value of your deposit not because we want it to be at 20 cents. The exchange will calculate it according to the last order that was filled on the exchange. When our testers were testing the trading of CRU into USDU, the last orders were filled at $4. So if you move 14,000 CRUs and make a deposit, the exchange multiplies it at the exchange rate of the last order filled, which is $4, and it will be almost $50,000 top up. Of course, this deposit will not be credited to your account. Only manually the AML officer can see that you have a deposit of 14,000 CRUs as pending and will manually credit it to your account. So those limits over here are calculated at the dollar exchange rate at the last order filled, trading order filled. So if you want the money immediately being credited to your account without manual processing, look at those limits. The transaction amount per day, daily withdrawal and transaction maximum minimums, and monthly deposits. If you stick to those limits, all the transaction will be instantaneous, both deposits and withdrawals. As for the corporate and VIP accounts, there were questions how to receive the status, the official status of a VIP. Well, I explained at the previous webinar that the VIP status is not assigned to individuals. It's a corporate client who has a project and they will use the tokens of our blockchain. Maybe they will need UNTBs or CRUs. For example, you know that we are planning to have the bank guarantees project. UGain project probably will have its own token. So those companies which huge turnover and connected to our blockchain token, only those partner companies will get the VIP status. You, as partners, physical individuals, natural persons, will not be able, under any circumstances, obtain that status. only for ensuring huge traffic, which can be ensured by a corporate client, can get that status. They will move a lot of funds on the exchange, and the exchange makes money from the commissions from the orders filled. And if you just move your CRUs and sell them for $30 million, so the exchange will make 0.05%, 0.5% from your exchange. You cash out your money and then go and start buying like plants and factories, you know. So this status is given only to a partner who ensures huge turnover, trading volume on the exchange. Otherwise, you will be just a verified user with slightly increasing limits, gradually increasing limits. So here's this wonderful slide. Take a screenshot of it as well, please. Process it, digest all the dates of the opening and closing of the staking CRUs for CRUs. On the 20th of March, we are launching exchange trading. So that those people who do not have liquid CRU tokens could buy them. By liquid, most probably it means unlocked. So you will have 5 days to buy unlocked CRUs at the exchange to stake them. If we did it before, like for example, if we launched it today or tomorrow, well, there was a strategic decision made, a decision made by the strategic department. They assessed the entire situation and they realized that on the eve of the opening of the trades, it would be a good reason, good chance to create hype around it. And so 5 days after the opening of the exchange, there will be CRU for CRU exchange. And the tastiest staking rates will shut down on the 31st of March. There will be only 5 days for people to be able to stake their CRUs for the sake of CRUs, unlocked CRUs for the sake of CRUs. From the 1st of April, there will be staking for 12, 18, and 24 months. And of course, there will be UNTB available for all of them. And 2 weeks later, again, for a short period of time, like 5 days, we will activate like Eventy tariff or 3 months staking or 6 months staking. So those announcements that we're about to, on the 15th of April, for 5 days only, there will be staking Eventy. Please hurry up, buy unlocked CRUs to stake and get more CRUs because you won't get a second chance. So those kind of announcements will create a lot of hype and increase demand for unlocked CRUs. And the CRU token, according to our expectations, will grow in price. And we will, for that, we will make publications, advertising, and I guess you will do it yourself too, guys. I think you will do the promotion yourselves too. You will be telling others about the staking. So just keep in mind that on the 25th of March, if you don't have crypto wallets yet, you need to make sure that you have them if you want to stake them. So hurry up and try to get access to your crypto wallets. And you can make staking. Whether 3 billion will be sufficient or not, we'll see on the 25th of March. Maybe we will run out of 3 billion in half an hour. Then there will be only staking to get UNTBs available because the number of CRUs as a reward for staking is limited. We have only 3 billion tokens envisaged as a reward for staking unlocked CRUs. Next slide, please. Again, this is yet another reminder that before creating your crypto wallet, watch the video instructions and the text written instructions. And don't forget, when moving from crypto, uh, when going to the crypto wallet, don't forget to click on the refresh balances and refresh unfrozen tokens, and then your unlocked tokens will match the unlocked tokens in your back office. If you weren't able to refresh it from the first attempt, then put 1, 2 tokens for staking, in staking for UNTB, unstake them, do some transactions with your wallets, and then the amount of unlocked CRUs should match the number of unlocked CRUs in your back office. This is coming from the experience of our partners. So less panic, more positivity. And we have one more slide today. Yes, guys, indeed. There will be a huge event in preparation right now for the 30th of March, which is the birthday of Cryptounit program. We're going to celebrate second anniversary of that program. And March is famous for quite a lot of wonderful events like the launch of blockchain, launch of the exchange trading. And you remember how cool it was on the 1st of October to get together online in Zoom and look at our speakers from all over the world, Australia, the United Kingdom, the United States, and many, many other countries. And this event on the 30th of March will be a particular event because there will be 8 cities across the entire world. I don't know those cities yet myself. Most probably it will be announced at the closed webinar, or there will be news published about those 8 cities. So those cities, people will get together, 200, 300 people in together, live audience for a live offline conference. And those who won't be able to get to that place will be able to watch that conference, the whole event online. The number of tickets for the online conference and the offline events, offline gatherings, the number of tickets is limited. And the price for the ticket to our summit will vary. It will be growing. The closer you get to the event date, the more expensive the ticket becomes. So if you want to watch it on YouTube or Zoom, there will be a lot of news there. All the company's plans, all the future projects will be announced at that event. So you simply have to be there, go to your back office, find the button, buy the ticket. It's not hard to find. And I think we together we can rejoice at our achievements within Cryptounit program over the last 2 years. And I guess take care and see you at our next webinar. Bye bye, guys.